Good morning, grade 9. How are you doing today? I hope you are fine. Today we will start revision. We're going to revise geometry. We will review and revise chapter 10. Chapter 10, we learned formulas of many figures. We started by triangles and quadrilaterals. As you remember, that the area of a region is equal to the sum of area of its non-overlapping parts. And we learned that the area of a parallelogram with base B and height H is A is equal to base multiplied by height, where A is the area and B is the base and H is the height. Height is always perpendicular on the base. Okay, girls, and then the second page, we learned the area of the triangle and the area of the trapezoid. The area of the triangle is half base multiplied by height, where the height is a line coming from the vertex perpendicular to the base, which is corresponding to this vertex, like what is here. And the area of the trapezoid is B1 plus B2 multiplied by height all over 2. B1 plus B2 multiplied by height over 2. And we learned also in this lesson the area of rhombus or kite with diagonals D1 and D2. Area is equal to half D1 and D2. The two diagonals are perpendicular on each other. So we learned here the area of the parallelogram, which is area equal base multiplied by height, and the area of the triangle, which is half base multiplied by height, and the area of the trapezoid, which is base 1 plus base 2 multiplied by height all over 2, and the area of the rhombus or the kite, which is half D1 multiplied by D2, where D1 and D2 are the diagonals of the rhombus or the kite, and the two diagonals are perpendicular on each other. Okay, girls? Let's go to page 682. Find each measurement. Find the height of the parallelogram in which area equals to 7.5 meter squared. When I am answering or solving in the area or parameter or whatever, this kind of questions, I have two types. I have the first type is to calculate the area. So the first type is to calculate the area. So I have the height and I have the base. The second type is I have the area and I want to get one of the two dimensions. One of the two dimensions is missing. When I am calculating the area, I am multiplying two sides. And when I am multiplying two sides, of course, my answer, the unit will be squared. But when it is required to get one of the two dimensions and I have the area, so one of the two dimensions, the unit will not be squared. It will be as it is. What is required here? It is required to get the height of the parallelogram. So, area of the parallelogram is, let me write here, base multiplied by height. Area is equal to base multiplied by height. The area here is 7.5 is equal to, they want here the height of the parallelogram. The base is given here, which is 6. 6 multiplied by height. How I will get the height? I'm going to divide both sides by 6. So height is equal to, so the height here is equal to 1.25. Okay, girls. Let's solve together number 15. It is required to get the height of the trapezoid in which the area is equal to 280. So what is the area of the trapezoid? Area of the trapezoid is equal to B1 plus B2 multiplied by height over 2. So let's write it. Area of the trapezoid is equal to B1 plus B2 B1 plus B2 multiplied by H all over 2. Okay, so the area is 280 equals to base 1 is 8, base 2 is 20. The height is required over 2. Again, I'm going to write 280 is equal to 28 H over 2. By calculating, H will be equal to 20 centimeter. 20 centimeter. And please, girls, don't forget to write the unit. Don't forget to write the unit. Here, girls, we forgot to write the unit. It should be written here as meter in number 1. Number 14, the area of the triangle. It is required to calculate the area of the triangle. Area of triangle is half base multiplied by height. I have here the height, which is 15, but I don't have the base. How I will calculate the base? I have 17 here and I have 25 here. How I will get this side? I have a way that I can get this side, which is Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem, the hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of other two sides squared. 17 squared is equal to 15 squared plus this side squared. So if I will sorry girls, I'm facing internet poor internet connection here, so I'm back. I'm going to get here, right here x and right here y. how I will get x. X squared is equal to 17 squared minus 15 squared.
Miss, هذا page number what?
So x is equal to 17 squared is 289 and 15 squared is 225. 289 minus 225, x squared is equal to 64, so x is equal to 8. So this part is 8. What about y? Y, I'm going to repeat all the steps that I did for 8, so y is going to be 20. So all the base together is equal to 20 plus 8 is 28. So when I want to calculate here the area of the triangle, I will write area is equal to half multiplied by base multiplied by height, which is equal to half multiplied by 28 multiplied by 15, which is equal to 210 inch squared. And don't forget to write inch squared. Don't forget, please, girls, to put the square exponent. Okay, girls, let's move to the second lesson to review. Okay, in the second lesson here, we learned formulas of circles and regular polygons. Okay, here a circle with diameter d and radius r has circumference of c is equal to pi d, or c is equal to 2 pi r, and the area is equal to pi r squared. So according to the question, or according to the problem, if the problem has d, so use this formula, which is equal to c is equal to pi d. If the problem or the question has r, so use this formula, which is equal to 2 pi r. And you must know that the d is equal to 2r. The diameter is equal to 2r. Here is the diameter, the blue part. The blue part is the diameter. It is equal to 2r. R is the red part, the red line, and the blue line is the diameter. The diameter is equal to 2r. So I can replace 2r and put d. I can remove d and put 2r according to what is given to you. What is given d, so use the formula that has d. If it is given to you r, use the formula that has r. And the area. Area, I have only one formula, which is equal to pi r squared. Pi r squared. So if you have d, divided by 2, because I don't have a formula, for the area that contains D. So if you have a problem that has D and it is required from you to get the area, so divide D by 2 to get R. Okay, girls? Each girl, each circle, I give it a name like this. I draw a circle and a point inside the circle, which is the center, and I give it a letter, which is P. So this is called, for this one, circle P. Circle P. This is the way how I write circle P. What else we have learned here? We learned the center of a regular polygon. The center of a regular polygon is equidistant from the vertices. The apothem is the distance from the center of a side. A central angle of a regular polygon has its vertex at the center and its side pass through the consecutive vertices. Each central angle measure of a regular n-gon is 360 over n. And we had a rule for this one also. The area of a polygon, of a regular polygon means that all its sides are equal and all its angles are equal, with apothem and a parameter P is equal to, area is equal to half A multiplied by P. Okay, girls? So today I will practice some problems for the circle, and tomorrow I'm going to continue for the polygon. Okay. Here, like number 10, find each measurement. Give your answer in terms of pi. When it is required from you to get in terms of pi, this means that do not substitute pi by 3.14. As you know that the value of pi is 3.14. The value of pi is 3.14. So when it is given to you, give your answers in terms of pi. So this means that keep pi as it is. Do not write its value. So the area of circle M. As you see here, I have the radius R, which is 7. What is the formula of the area? Area is equal to pi R squared. Let me write it here. Pi R squared. They want in terms of pi, so I will leave pi as it is. R, which is 7. 7 squared is equal to 49. So it is equal to 49 pi, and the unit is, let me write it, yard squared. And I'm going to write squared because I'm calculating the area. Circumference of circle Z. What do I have here? I have diameter or I have radius? I have diameter. So I'm going to use the formula that has the diameter. So circumference C is equal to pi D. They want in terms of pi, so I will not substitute pi by 3.14. I will leave it as it is. So it's equal to D, which is 5. So the answer is 5 pi, 5 pi, and I'm going to put the unit. The unit here is meter. I will not write meter squared. No, I am calculating the circumference. And when I am calculating the circumference, of course, I will not square the unit. I only square the unit when I am calculating the area. When I am calculating the area. When I am calculating the circumference, I do not square the unit. When I am calculating any of the dimensions missing, I do not square the unit. I only square the unit when I am calculating the area. Put it in your mind, girls, and please don't forget this point. Okay? And don't forget to put the units. Okay, girls, this is for today. I'm going to continue revising. All this week is revision. I'm going to revise all the lessons for chapter 10 in geometry, and then I'm going to revise all the lessons for chapter 5 in algebra. So please,
Thank you.
if you have any question in chapter 10 or in chapter 5, please feel free to tell me, and sit with yourself, write your questions in a paper, and give it to me, submit it to me tomorrow. Okay, girls? Thank you so much, Tala, for attending today.
No problem, miss. It's my job.
Okay. I don't have a problem. Thank you.